to infinity and beyond.
What's up, everybody? It's Roger and James here, Fanbiz Gaming's Infinity and Beyond podcast. In this episode, we're going to just have a little bit of a discussion, a little bit of a chit-chat about what we've been playing the last week. I'm going to be honest, I've been playing a lot. I've been playing lots of different games. But first off, James, what have you been up to?
I have also been playing a lot of different games, starting with Chroma Squad. On Xbox One, I've had this review code sitting in my box for a while, and I haven't actually gotten around to reviewing it. It's a Power Rangers-esque strategy RPG, very light. It's actually been very difficult to get through, not because it's a hard game, but because it's just so bloody repetitive. On top of that, let's see, we played the Destiny 2 beta on Xbox One for me. I know that a number of Res TV community players were playing it on PlayStation 4, but I don't like the PlayStation 4 controller for first-person shooters, so there's that. And then to flip that completely, I did join up with a bunch of them to play Borderlands 2 on PlayStation 4. Yeah. I know, right? Jumping back a little bit there, but it's a great co-op game. So
yeah,
go ahead.
I've been carrying on with my Disney Magic Kingdom. I'm literally like 2 things away from getting Simba now, so I've been churning through that all week, just trying to get Simba for that one. I don't know how you're getting on with your Magic Kingdoms.
I'm in the process of inviting him. I think I have a few more tokens to go than you do, but I have the feeling that if I hadn't been at D23, if I'd been able to play the game more frequently at D23, I would have Simba by now. I think Rafiki made getting Nala very easy because of his, and then Chip and Dale actually have made Simba relatively easy because they both have a single 2-hour action, and one of them does one of his tokens and the other one does the other token. And if you can check every 2-3 hours ish, they collect pretty quickly.
Yeah, see, I had the problem that my Chip and Dale were like level 3 and 4 because I'd not bothered with them, and so I've been trying to raise them up. But I'm going to miss this. I've got literally like 15 characters to level up the minute I'm done with it. I've got like so many 24 these different ones to do. So I've been playing that. So first off, I finished off Horizon Zero Dawn's main event. So I finished off the main story, saved the world. So that one of those things that I felt like I needed to clear that off my back catalogue because I kept wanting to go back to it. Now I've done the main story, I won't be bothering with all the side quests. That game now is out the drive. That will may come back in again when the DLC comes out. But generally, that game is now move off. Now time to do something else. So I'm playing a lot of Cars 3. That came out in the UK this week, so I've been playing a lot of that in the evenings. Also, Friday saw Splatoon 2 come out on the Switch, so played a little bit of that. Played an hour or so last night because I just wanted to kind of see it. That's a lot of fun. Didn't play it on the original Wii U, didn't have the Wii U. So kind of fun seeing what everyone's jumping in on. First go in there, couldn't quite work out the control mechanism, was just running around this big area, couldn't do anything. Second go, did some multiplayer matches. Yeah, it seems to be a fun game. That's gonna be a game I'm just probably gonna drop in and out of. I'm not a full-on hardcore like shooting fan in that respect. This is fun, seems a good bit of act, but it might just be something I drop in and out of. I don't know if it's gonna be something that's gonna keep me coming back in night after night after night. So that's my issue with Splatoon.
Right, and obviously I have not gotten Splatoon. My poor Switch is basically just sitting, waiting for me to either break down and get Breath of the Wild, or more likely wait until Fire Emblem Warriors come out later this year. But yeah, poor Switch, it's sitting there. It's still loved, but it's not getting much playtime.
Had I not, I nearly got the Switch version of the Cars 3, but I ended up getting a review code for the Xbox version, so I was playing it on that. But if I hadn't have got that, I was going to go out. But I'm waiting for a sale near Christmas to pick. I am going to pick up the Switch version when it goes on sale. Just because I would like to have it on the go with me. Quite like having the case now, which is a different cartridges in. It's like, because if you go away or if I'm finding as well, like now I can. It's actually interesting because I think the last couple of months of the Switch, I've been enjoying sometimes playing for like maybe an hour in the evening while we're watching some bad television or something like that.
Yeah.
And I actually pulled my Vita out of the box, charged it up, and the last 3 nights I've actually now started playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on the 1.5 remix. I literally churned through the Alice in Wonderland, the Tarzan, and the opening bit in a case of 3 hours over 3 nights on the Vita, doing remote play. And my plan, because it's like, I want to finish this game off properly. So I started again, completely started fresh on the PS4 version, because I've got it on the PS3, but it's shoved underneath the television and keeps collecting dust, and it's like, I have to pull it out, plug it all in. At which point I can't be bothered, and I usually just fire at them. So I thought, nope, I know I've got Kingdom Hearts 3, it's coming out next year. My plan is to do it. So my plan is to sit down with the Vita probably each night and try and churn through it half an hour to an hour, going through all number 1, and then do the same thing for 2, and then do Birth by Sleep. That is my plan for the rest of the year. But I'm using the remote play, and it's working very well. The controller thing is perfect. I've got no lag, no issues there. So that's been pretty cool. And then that seems to be working. I think maybe because I'm doing the Kingdom Hearts stuff I've already done before. I couldn't believe I went through the bosses, and I'm going, I've gone through all these bosses and haven't died once. It's like when I played this through the first time on the PS3, I was awful. I had to go like at these bosses multiple times. I'm like going, it's like I think I've actually now is that thing of I know what I'm doing.
You're in a better place now than you were before.
Yeah, I want to go back to 2.8 and finish off Dream Drop Distance, because I think I did a bit of a rage quit on like the third boss in the final world, where I haven't gone back since.
You're growing as a gamer.
Yeah.
It took 30 years, but you're there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah, no. Because I cancelled my Mario Rabbids order for August, because it's like, no, I need to just knuckle down. I want to clear out Uncharted 4. I want to clear out these Kingdom Hearts games from my back catalogue a bit. And I know I've got Sonic Mania coming next month as well, so it's a bit like, yeah, come on. You don't need this other game to distract you. I didn't really need Splatoon 2. I shouldn't have brought it, but I got caught up in the hype when I pre-ordered it months ago, because I figured it's a game that I'll probably play on and off for years here and there. But yeah, I think getting rid of Horizon Zero Dawn was a big like, right, let's start up. Let's get the Kingdom Hearts. Let's get that back going a bit.
Right. It's actually interesting. I obviously did not have Mario versus Rabbids pre-ordered. I did, however, have Destiny 2 pre-ordered. And now, I'm not saying that the beta was bad or anything like that, or it is bad. I guess it's still going on. But after playing it, the beta, and I'm primarily a PvE gamer, and this game is going to be very heavily focused on PvP based on what we've seen.
Yeah.
I went ahead and canceled my pre-order for that. But that's also partly because Middle-earth Shadow of War will be coming out, and that's going to eat up a ton of my time. And then there's also Battlefront 2 coming out, and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. And I just realized the Destiny 2 beta didn't grab me nearly enough to make me want to dedicate time to the actual game. Now, I will pick it up probably next year on sale. I do think it is a good-looking game, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, but they lost me for the launch week, at the very least.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm looking at like the next 2 months. I think I got like Sonic Mania, but it's like, no, I need to just kind of clear out a little bit of some of the games I've got already, because I know I have got Pokedex or something like that. I've never
Pokenex, I think it's...
I always like Tekken. I wouldn't really call myself a huge Pokemon fan, but I'm going to be going on vacation the week after it comes out, and I thought, actually, I can take it on the go with me, and it's almost become my holiday game that I might just take away just to kind of see how it comes on. Because I always feel like I've missed out on something on Pokemon. I never really fully grasped Pokemon. It was that odd little thing. Whether or not I keep my pre-order, it depends as we get closer to the review. I mean, obviously it's an old game from the Wii U. The thing is with fighting games, I like them, but and then I'm almost thinking, well, I might as well just pick up Street Fighter 2 instead. I don't know whether or not I cancel my pre-order for that one. I don't know, but I tend to like the big open world games kind of thing. That seems so. I'm looking at like after I come back off holiday, I'm literally like Super Mario Odyssey, WWE 2K. But I'm really glad that's on the Switch now. You got Assassin's Creed Egypt, Marvel versus Capcom Infinite, which is just before my holiday. Lego Marvel Avengers 2, and then we've got Star Wars Battlefront 2. You know, I'm looking at that's a lot of games for this end of this. So let's just use this next 6 weeks. I know Sonic Mania is going to distract me for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, this was, of course, decisions I had to make too. I did actually like the trailers for Assassin's Creed Origins, but it's another game I'm putting off till next year because I've got all these other games I'm already going to play, and I already know, as long as, you know, it holds up technically, Shadow of War will be my go-to for the open world, kill everything in sight game.
Yeah,
that Assassin's Creed would also fill.
Yeah, I'm going to put Assassin's Creed. I think I'm going to go on my Christmas list for just kind of so high estimate for January, but because it's coming out the same day as Mario, and I know what I'm going to want to play. But also
you and a lot of people.
Yeah, it's an odd one. Shadow, because I never played any of the Lord of the Rings ones. They did go on sale recently. I wish it was the same price as the US because it was like £9 here or $4 in the US.
Yeah, it's crazy cheap in the US. I mean, if I didn't already own it, I would have just been like, I'll buy it on principle.
Yeah, I mean, I went onto the PlayStation 4. I thought, well, if it's like £3, I might. I've never played it, so I thought, well, a £3, and then it's like £10. I'm like, it's not quite the bargain I was waiting for. There's been a massive PlayStation, and I looked on the PlayStation. Oh, look at that! It's like, no, stop it! You need to just focus on stuff. Although you've got so many games on the go, and it's like, no, I need to finish it. I think that's a good thing, at least. I mean, I feel like this year, to finish Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn's main story quests, I'm thinking I must have put in like 150 hours into those two games alone. You know, it's just like the idea is like, the idea of doing any big open world is, I feel like I've done that now this year. I need a little bit of a break because, I mean, obviously Kingdom Hearts is anyway, but they're two massive, great big games.
Yeah, and that's the other reason why I'm not really looking at like Breath of the Wild at the moment, despite everyone saying, oh, you have to play this. Everybody is saying you have to play this. I'm just like, yeah, but I've already got so much on my plate and so many games that are going to take X amount of hours. I've got, 6 Kingdom Hearts games to play through. 5.5 at this point based on how far I've gotten through Kingdom Hearts 1. But still, half of a Kingdom Hearts game, or at least one of the mainline ones, is still like 3 times as long as most games that are coming out right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with Chain of Memories. I've written that one off completely. It's not even worth it.
I actually really like Chain of Memories. That was one of my favorite ones from the reviews.
But no, it's definitely one of those situations of like, all right, I want to knuckle down and clear them out the next, I think as well, I think my idea of trying to use the Vita to maybe just plow through a couple hours here and there throughout the week, even if I get a couple hours a week done, it will slowly just, I figured, it's that one situation of, I feel like now I've put 12 hours into Kingdom Hearts 1 on the PS3. I've pretty much done 25 hours of Dream Drop Distance. I've done 0.2, 4 hours of Kingdom Hearts 2, and 2 hours of Birth by Sleep. I've put in, I know, yeah, some people are like, oh, that's, you should. And we missed them.
Casual.
Yeah, it's casual, But from my point of view, I'm thinking, well, I've put 40, 50 hours into Kingdom Hearts games now. I am liking what I'm doing. I couldn't do it without not having the guide next to me. I'm literally just got one, especially the Kingdom Hearts one, of like, you need this and you need that and you need this. I'm sitting there with this Alice in Wonderland one. I'm going, I've played this on the PlayStation 2. I've played it on the PlayStation 3. I've done it on the PlayStation 4 now. And I still don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you're jumping on mushrooms with a really bad jumping system. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I decided to just jump back into one and be like, right, the controls are a bit awkward, but it's like, if you do 2, it's like, I do want to, it's that really weird thing of just like, right, it was such a weird way they released them, and it was is an odd one, but it's definitely having a lot of fun. Like I said, it probably was not a good idea to try and do this off the top of Splatoon 2 coming out. And also, I think Splatoon 2, Cars 3, and Kingdom Hearts are so very different games anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're all in the same genre or anything like that. They have very different gameplay styles, very different. Heck, everything about them is pretty much different. So yeah, there is that, certainly. There's a lot of games on the horizon, but with the exception of, say, like Battlefront and Destiny, they're all very different games.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely looking good. But I'm like thinking, I need to just knuckle down and kind of clear some stuff out. I'm also thinking, do I try and get Uncharted 4? I mean, I'm about halfway through the story of that, and just kind of... Because there's supposed to be that Lost Legacy, the kind of this new DOC kind of / separate game, and that again is being slept on by a lot of people. That it's not gonna. But I'm like, nah, I'm not even bothering with that. But yeah, it's just doesn't know. I keep picking up titles on the Switch on the eShop like Snake Pass and Gunvolt Blast and playing that. And it's that thing of sitting there this week going, I have played 8 different games on 3 different consoles in a week. It's like, no wonder I'm getting nowhere because I'm too distracted.
I'm definitely feeling the same, or where I'm just playing too many different games at once, and I need to uninstall Destiny 2, maybe give it one more shot on the beta, see how I feel about it. Uninstall that, finish up Uncharted, finish up, all these games, and I would say finish up Kingdom Hearts, but let's be honest, that's going to take months no matter when I decide to do that.
I think you're going to take one at a time. I think you're going to just choose one and just do it. But no, definitely cool. I'd definitely say Splatoon 2 is definitely worth checking out. It was that odd thing where, like, Horizon Zero Dawn, I know I finished this week, but of course a lot of people are like, well, that game came out in February. Because I got Breath of the Wild the following week, that distracted me for like pretty much March and April, and I got it for my birthday in May. So for me, it's taken me about 6 weeks to get through Horizon Zero Dawn. That's playing it on and off. I mean, I wasn't, it's not like I was playing it constantly. Because obviously being what you might call now a middle-aged gamer, my gaming time is a lot less than it would be if I was 6 weeks holiday at home when I was a kid.
Yeah, there is certainly the growing older, more responsibilities, etc. Neither of us even have kids, so so there's that. I mean, I don't know how people with kids do it. Well,
I can see why a lot of like Lloyd and stuff, they end up playing a lot of like the kids' games because they can play it with their kids. I can see how that all works, but I'm definitely kind of. In some ways, I wish I'd kind of done the whole remote play with my PS4 earlier, because it's like, okay, let's see. But I think the Switch worked because I started playing it in handheld mode, and I'm like, okay, I think my Vita just collected so much dust, I just didn't bother using it. But I just sat there and I go, I wonder if it would work on remote play, and it did. And that's kind of been like my eureka moment of like, this might be the way of me getting through Kingdom Hearts this year. Just if I do little chunks, a few times a week, that's going to help.
I especially think, for family gamers, for people who want to play games and also, do that human thing of raising some children and whatnot. Things like the Switch, things like remote play, things like actually the Wii U are brilliant because they don't tie up the television.
Yeah.
And when you have kids and the kid really wants to watch a new episode of, Mickey's Clubhouse or whatever, then you can't be using the system, but now you can. You can be sitting there with your kid, they're watching the show, you're doing your best to ignore the show because it's the 50th time they've watched this episode, and you're sitting there playing Breath of the Wild or Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, so there's lots of stuff going on, but let us know in the comments below, what are you playing this week? Let us know your thoughts on that. As per usual, you can check us out over at DisKingdom.com and at DisKingdom. This month we are giving away a copy of the Telltale Games Guardians of the Galaxy. So luckily episode 3 is not coming out till the end of August, so that's good, but that's only one night, so that's not too bad. Also, you can find us on audio platforms. Feel free to leave us a review there. James, where can they find you?
You can find me heroiclegacy.com.
Okay, on that, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys soon. Later.